is time. It is time to brew your best beer.
The 2016 SJPorr Challenge is dedicated to your friend and ours, Paul Wickstein. Brought to you by Brewcraft USA, iMake, Gladfield Malting, Yakima Valley Hops, The Grain Bill, Brewers Exchange, Keg Kingdom Homebrew Supply, Hiraki Homebrew, and a special thanks to our silver sponsors.
Hello and welcome to my SJPorr Challenge 2016 review of Light IPA, which is entry 34D-53S-54C. It's like some weird athlete's numbers. So, apparently this is a slimmed down version of a double IPA, so all the hops, but a lot less malts. So, just what you need after mowing the lawns. So, apparently a calculated IBU hit of 131. And with a final gravity of 008, this could be quite, palate wrecking. Oh, we'll see. Get this thing open. Just looking on the top. You know, it looked like a mini pellicle. I don't think it was. I think it's just the initial carbonation laying on the top when it first got poured. I hope it's not Brett, because it could ruin a beer really fast. So, I mean, full marks for appearance. Look at that. Beautiful colour, nice head, see carbonation coming up through it. Lovely and clear. Perfect, well done. Let's go in for aromas. Now, if it is double IPA amount of hops on a light base, it should be jumping out the glass at us. So, I wonder if these are a bit cold. So, I'm getting some citrusiness. Not overpowering, but it's there. And not much malt behind it. I'll do this again once maybe I'm halfway down the glass and it's warmed up a bit, because I've just come out of our fridge here that sits at like 4 degrees and it's potentially just a wee bit cold. Interesting. Because it's 131 IBUs, I thought it'd be a bit more of a palate wrecking hit on the palate, but it doesn't seem to be. You know, it's almost like an IPA sort of IPA level. The hops are there, but again, it's nothing overpowering. The bitterness does keep coming, which is a little bit off-putting. But the pH seems to be right. The balance of the beer, yeah, it's maybe a bit out of whack. Trying to make I guess a sessionable IPA. Or double IPA in this case. It'd be interesting to know what the hops were and what the amounts were, because they don't necessarily come through as much. I certainly get the bitterness, but flavour and aromatically, maybe if I warm it up a wee bit more. I might let this warm up a bit. Give it 10-15 minutes. Maybe cuddle it for a bit. Go watch a bit of film, and then come back and finish this review. So I'll see you. Well, you'll see me in about the flick of an eye, but I'll see you in about 10 minutes time. Alright, see you in a moment. So, the review part 2, and as you can see, been about 10 minutes and warmed up a wee bit. And on the aroma now, there's a bit more of the malt coming through. I think there's some hops in there, but I think I'm also getting some diacetyl, which could explain why the IBUs don't taste as prevalent as they probably should do, because with diacetyl it adds a bit of sweetness into the base of the beer. So yeah, an interesting taste. I mean, it definitely looks the part. It looks good. But yeah, I think I'm loath to say because I'm not picking out what I would expect, like hop character wise, in the aroma, and I think that's because of there's definitely something getting in the way of the hops. So yeah, and if it is diacetyl, warming up is gonna it's gonna bring out the aromatics more. Obviously, just doing diacetyl rests when you're fermenting, and try not to oxidize it when you move it, because it can end up, if you've not got rid of the precursor to diacetyl, if you introduce oxygen even in small amounts, it can re-link those chains, and the offshoot is you get diacetyl could be, the beer could be tasting great at 4 weeks, and you bottle it or you move it, or even if it just gets a little bit warm, those reactions happen, and you could have a diacetyl bomb at 6 weeks. It's like my friend Mike says, it's a ticking time bomb. It's, if you've not sorted out the diacetyl in the main part of the ferment, it could come back and bite you in the butt. And it happens to breweries, all the time as well. It'd be tasting great, so you've gone from the fermenter to the bright tank, and you taste out the bright tank, you're like, sweet, tastes really good, brilliant. Keg it up, goes off to the distributor, gets warm on the way, and suddenly, you're getting these people coming back saying, what's going on? It's diacetyl in the big bad D. So, sorry to be bearer of bad news, but again, I think it's an interesting beer actually to put into this competition, because the whole thing is a sessional beer for a thirsty world, and with 130 odd IBUs, I don't know if I'd be going back, beer after beer, unless I was into my double IPAs and wanting to, wreck my palate. But I think it could be a good beer. It certainly looks the part. I think I like the idea of the beer, but I just think it's been stabbed in the back with the big bad D. So, alright, I'll make my notes, and I'll carry on. Cheers.